Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. I'm Lisa and I'm coming to you from Michigan. I got my coffee. Haven't brought this mug out in a while. Scrappy Knitting Queen, that's me. Pumpkin Spice Creamer. And this is episode 293. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crochet, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today I have knitting and crochet. I will have all the show notes right down below. I'll have links to where you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram. I'll have my email down there, my Ko-Fi if you would like to donate. Whips, bags, finished objects, patterns, project pages, all that good stuff will be right down there. And today is Friday, February 7th, 2025. And it is 9:04 a.m. Look at my show notes. I don't have a lot to talk about today. This might be short. We'll see. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 finished objects and 2 whips. Now 7 of those finished objects are all the same, but I'm gonna share all of them. Yeah, I'll share my reading and watching later, and I brought a pile of stuff I want to cast on. I have cast on itis really bad. I think after finishing this like major project, it's like I just want to cast on all the socks and all the things. So we'll see what I get up to next week. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, let's get started. All right, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, so just bear with me here. I'm gonna try to show them all in the same, all at once, so you know that I'm not lying. I'm not lying. All right, let's see how this goes. Now they're all folded up, so I'll show them in a second here. So here's my dad's slippers. They're gonna fall. This is 7 pairs of slippers, 14. I'm just gonna show one, but I just wanted to show you that. There are 17 here, or 14 single slippers, 7 pairs. Oh my. Okay, so I put the pattern away and everything, so go me for that, but after this project, I'm like, put everything away. This is the Crochet Adult Booties. I think that's what the pattern's called. It is linked down below. And here it is unfolded. I've shown these before. If you've been with me, you know the famous slippers. I used Red Heart. I did save the labels. I was smart on that. The Red Heart Super Saver. And this one is the Gray Heather. And this is the 5-ounce skein. And that gives me 1 pair of slippers. I do have some extra, but not enough to make another pair. So here we are. I used a K 10.5. I don't know what millimeter that is. And I didn't write it down. Hopefully it's in my show notes. I know I wrote I think it's K 10.5. I don't know what the millimeters is. It's a big hook. But yeah, so I made 6 pairs of gray. And if you were with me last year, I decided to do a funny pair or a prank pair. I don't know what you want to call it, just to be silly. Last year I made him like this bright pink pair, if you remember. He wore them, he loved them, and they are RIP. He had to throw them away. He wears them until they're like holy, and then he throws them away, which lasts them, I think one pair lasts him about 2 months in the wintertime. So yeah, so that was his bright pink pair. I'll show you these next ones. the silly pair or the ha ha ha. So I also used Super Saver. This is the stripes. I didn't know how this was gonna work, but I like, I'll just wing it. My daughter Natalie picked this color out for him, so, and it's the neon stripes. I wish they had like a bright orange or like neon colors, but I couldn't find a single neon color. So we decided that we were gonna get these, and they're pretty nice. I mean, I think it's okay. They are wild and crazy. So for these, this is a free pattern, so I'm not giving too much away. You crochet the sole or the bottom of it, and then you go in the round for this, I don't know what you want to call it. You go in the round, and then you crochet back and forth, picking up stitches on the sides. And then for the cuff, you go back in the round. So that's how it pooled in certain ways, because that's the construction of the slipper. But these like remind me of the 80s. So this is his crazy pair. He loves the gray. Gray's his favorite color. But I'm tired of making gray slippers, to be honest. So we're just gonna sneak in one pair. I would like to have like this lime green. It looks yellow on the screen, but it's a little bit darker. It's lime green. So that's how the stripes worked up in these slippers. They're really goofy, but that's okay. And this one, I did have a little bit extra. I think it's a 5-ounce skein. Yep, 5 ounce. Does it have the same amount of yards as the heathered one does? Yep. So, as long as it has 5 ounces, I can make a pair of slippers for him. So that is the slipper project. These are his Christmas present. Check. Oh, it feels so good to get all these done. Now it did take a lot of time, which is why I probably don't have a lot of whips, because I just finished these yesterday. So 7 pairs of crochet slippers off my list. Oh, and my gram's out. I am golden for this month as long as I don't buy any yarn. Yeah. And I have one more finished object. I absolutely love these two. I finished my daughter's Felici socks. Oh, I love these. These were cast on last week, right? Oh my, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure they were. Don't know where it was. Come on, paper, work with me here. Yes. So this is Knit Picks Felici. And for my fingering weight socks, this one and, yep, and one of my whips. I use a US 2, no I don't. US 1.5, oh my. I'm feeling rusty today. US 1.5, a 2.5 millimeter needle. That's where the 2 came from. I use Chiaogoo red lace needles, 32-inch cord. I knit mine magic loop, cuff down. I do 15 rounds of knit 2, purl 2, rib, 64 stitches. The heels on these are Knit Picks Stroll Navy, and the colorway, the Knit Picks Felici, is Poseidon. Oh, she's gonna love these. Blue's her favorite color. I'm gonna give these to her at some point. She hasn't seen them. I kind of want to save them for like stash tails and give them to the end of the month maybe as a surprise. She doesn't know that they're for her, so she didn't even see them. I was very good about stashing them away. They don't match. They're fraternal. With Felici, I don't like cutting it out because, I mean, I do have enough because I do 2 balls, but I'm not bothered. I love them. And this is Pear. I didn't write that down. have my pen. There it is. I think this is pair number 8. Hold, please. Pair number 8. I gotta write that in there so that I can keep track for the year for all of my YouTube viewers. Pair number 8 for 2025, and I started these January 29th and finished them February 5th. And I think I did 70 rounds for the leg on these. I think. I made them the size for me. Her foot is like an inch shorter than mine. So I didn't want to, I'm assuming, she's 12. I'm assuming her feet might grow a little bit more. So I did not want to make them fit her fine now, and then she can't wear them later. She might be sad because she loves blue. And I made them long legs, the regular amount of leg for me because she likes to fold them. As of now, I don't know. Maybe later she won't. So yep, these are for her. I love them. I am so glad that I picked up Felici again. It's been a long time. Love it. All right, that is all of my finished objects. Oh, I want to take a little pause break and thank everybody for watching my stash tales. I was a little nervous that it wasn't going to do well, because who wants to sit and see all of my whips again? Or not all my whips, all my finished objects again and hear me rattle off numbers, but it looks like you guys are here for it. So I will continue. So thanks for watching my stash tales. If you don't know what stash tales is, if this is your first episode of mine, every month I am recording a video where I show all of my finished objects, and I will talk about grams out, grams in. I will show stash acquisitions if I have any. Hopefully I don't, or just a teeny tiny bit. And number of skeins in my stash, how many I used, and all that stuff, all that fun stuff. So if you want to hop over and watch that, go for it. Okay, whips. I only got 2 whips. That's it. I was hoping to finish my slippers a little bit earlier yesterday so that I could cast on my gnome. Didn't get to it, so we'll talk about the gnome later. Got my, I think I'm using like the same 2 sock bags over and over and over again. This one and the Maas Stitches. This is Bags by Awesome Granny. Absolutely love this bag, and this is my favorite pair of sock pants. Absolutely love it. So this is my Night Owl Fibers. Night Owl Fibers is doing a sock knit along where you knit a pair of socks with her yarn in 1 month, and you have to email her a picture of your sock. All of her rules are on her Instagram, which is Night Owl Fibers. This is Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica. I believe this is a Office reference. I've watched The Office, but I don't remember this. But I feel like that's something Dwight said. I don't know, we'll see. But I've had this in my stash, I don't know, forever. I don't know if I bought it like in 2019, 2020. I feel like I bought it somewhere between there. It's been in my stash a while, so I decided we're gonna cast this on for February. I don't know, did I show this yarn last week? I don't know if I did. Here it is again, or for the first time. Love it. And this is my first sock. I did not divide this one. I was not in the mood. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm like, meh. Because most of the times when I divide it, I'll just keep working on one sock and I forget that I have the other sock I can just cast on. But so here we are. Oh, look at that colorway. That speckle stripe is my favorite, and that's what I'm on right now. If you're curious about my markers, I will link a video down below. For the heel, I just used Lolo Did It gray color, just a plain. I was thinking about doing a speckled, but I didn't want it to take away from that speckly stripe, so decided just to put a solid heel in there. I finished the heel flap, the heel turn, and I finished the gusset this morning. I think on last week I was talking about casting these on, so maybe I did. Because Friday was, the first was Friday, right? Or was it Saturday? I don't remember, but I did the whole leg on Saturday. And maybe part of the cuff? I don't remember, whatever the first was. So yeah, I did a lot on Saturday, and then I had to put them away, and I worked on my slippers, my dad's slippers, and then last night I did the heel flap, the heel turn, started the gusset, and then I couldn't finish it, so I finished it this morning. So I'm on the foot. These are probably going to be for me. My mom's like, I don't like that green. So she's like, that green messes it up, so she does not get these. These are for me, I guess. Love them. So that's what I have. I did 15 rows of ribbing. And I don't really think I have anything. I did an extra long leg on these, I feel like. 71, maybe that's not. I wanted to end at a blue because of that speckled, and I feel like when I ended here, I'm like, that's too short. So that's that. I really don't have anything else to say about these, as that I need to get these done. I made the mistake of starting those slippers before I finished these in my gnome, which are like kind of deadline knitting, because these are for knit-alongs. And if I have to knit something in the month, I like to start on the 1st, which I did on these, but I put them down. I could have had these done this week, but. And then my gnome. The gnome I couldn't start because the pattern didn't come out until the 4th. So I had to wait a bit to start my gnome. But I'm excited to start him. He might be done this next week. So I start those gnomes and I can't put them down either, so we'll see how much sock knitting I get done. So yeah, that's my only sock whip. That's it. I probably will not cast another one on until I'm like really close to finishing these. All right, and my cozy memories. Now, do you guys want to see my cozy memories every week? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you were like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. I did not work on my cozy comfort throw at all this week, so, because I was working on the slippers. I worked on the socks during the school hours when my daughter went to school till like 2, and then I worked on slippers the rest of the day and evening. And then, you know, next day, same thing, and I just did that until everything was done. I finished the slippers, or the socks on Wednesday, I think. I don't know. So no cozy comfort throw update, but I think I'm gonna get it out this week, today. So we have, is this 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so right where the mitten is. And that was my February 1st square. I'm gonna keep track of how many squares I can get done for the month. So my light's flickering. This one is, oh, first I should say, this is the Cozy Comfort, no it's not. The Cozy Memories, Coziest Memories by Kemper Ray. I use US 2, yep, US 2, 2.75 millimeter. I do 20 by 20 stitches for a total of 40. And I do have a Ravelry project page for this with all of my notes. So I did 7 squares this week. This one is, oh, my hair's kind of fuzzy today. Pretty Twisted Yarns. I had a mini set of like neon colors. I did some scrappy socks. So that's from that. This is Night Owl Fibers, the Hobbit socks. This is a Halloween club from Freckled Whimsy. Don't know which one, but it's one of them. Maybe it's the first one. I don't remember. I know it's Freckled Whimsy Halloween Club. And I had to put these guys together because I had a different color for this one, but then when I was knitting this, I realized that this is Mustache Yarn R2D2, and I'm like, we need C3PO. Is that how you say that? C3PO. I think it is. They need to be next to each other. So I put them next to each other. So those are Mustache Yarn Star Wars colorways. And I believe this is a Yarnable Dunu. I gave these socks to my daughter, to Natalie. She loves blue and I did not wear them. And so those socks are for her. So I have 4 squares left to finish the row. So that's, so this is square 71. 71 squares done. I am doing mine 25 squares across, and I'm going to do 20 rows up for a total of 500 squares. I'm using all yarns scraps from projects I made. Why is this hard to say? I don't know. It's hard to say. When I make a project, I wind off 5 grams and I stick it in here. That's what I'm trying to say. So most of these are going to be socks, but I do have some shawl yarn in there. And I'll probably have some gnome yarn in there. I don't know if I do or not, but I know I have some penguono. Like this green is from my penguono. This green is from my penguono. But, oh, and this one is from my penguono. But a lot of them are going to be socks. I'll probably say like 90% of it will just be socks. And if I do like, if I have a mini set and I do scrappy socks, I'm going to stick them in here. But if I'm doing just scrappy socks, I'm not going to stick it in here. So that is my blanket. I love it. And I am weaving my ends in as I go. I promise. Just not the top row. All right. 20 minutes in, yep. I found it hilarious. There's Eunice from Therapy by Craft. Her last, she watched the Stash Tales video and she made a comment about, it was too short because your legs didn't fall asleep, and it cracked me up. I loved it. All right. Hi, Eunice. I know you're watching. Okay, now we'll talk about cast-ons. I got my yarn from a gnome. This is a bag from Happy Little Yarn. I got the mustache. She bought me the mustache kit for the gnome. This is a picture, a drawing of the gnome that I'm going to make. I'm a little nervous on those socks. I'm not going to lie. They look very fiddly, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll finish the body and the hat and I'll say, I can't do the socks. They're going to drive me crazy. But it is super cute, so I think I'm going to stick it out and hopefully I can do it. That QR code is, I should have covered it, but it's not a free pattern. It's just the link to go buy the pattern. So it'll just take you to the link. And I think this is someone to write gnome about Minnie. I think that's the pattern name. So here's the hat color. This is a 50 gram. I know there is a bigger version of this gnome that I don't know if I want to. I don't think I'll have enough yarn to do both hats, because I know that one's bigger. But I don't want to buy another kit, so I don't know, we'll see. So this is the hat color. Beard and nose and socks. I think this is just an undyed. I don't know if she dyed this or not. I think it's just undyed. And then I got the purple body. So that is my gnome. I'm hoping to either have it cast on at least or done. I know from past experience with my gnomes, once I start them, I can't stop. So we'll see. Stay tuned next week or on Instagram to see how my gnome is doing. Okay, and I want to cast on this pair. This is a yarn that Amie sent for me to make her socks. I love this color. This is Fancy Flyer Hegwood. This is the Harry Potter Club from a long, long time ago. Well, I mean, February 2023. I think that's why I picked it, because it said February on it. I don't know. Is 2023 a long, long time ago? So I want to cast these on for her for February. We'll see. And then since I finished my Felici socks, I talked about last week where I put all my Felici colors on a wheel, on an app. This morning I spun the wheel, and this is what color I picked. Gone Fishing. And this is a summer 2022 color. I like to write the names on, or the years, the names. Usually in the past they had summer and fall releases. We'll see. They had a fall release this year at or last year. So cross your fingers for a summer release. So this is my next cast on. I am not going to cast these on in secret. I'm just going to work on them, and if my oldest goes, or any of my kids go, ooh, I'm like, okay, they're for you. I'm leaning towards Natalie because she doesn't have a lot of socks. My Chloe has a lot because she likes the heel, the afterthought heel, so I gave her a bunch of my socks. And I was thinking about doing the heels in Raz. Felici at some point, summer 2022, released Felici in solid colors for like heels, toes, and cuffs. So it's not the same blue, but I thought, you know, fish, water. I thought that would be cool. So I don't know when I'm going to cast these on either. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, I just want to focus on my gnome and those Night Owl fiber socks. And then once those are done, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll cast both of them on. I don't know. I also got my Freckled Whimsy Yarn of the Month. I want to really cast that one on too. So many socks I want to cast on. So we'll see. I have no idea what I'm going to get up to. A lot of sock knitting. All right, that's it for my what I want to cast on segment. Now, reading and watching, 30 minutes. I guess it's not too short. I am still reading Harry Potter number 5 at night on my Kindle. Love it. I still have 2 more books. I have no idea how long they're going to take me to finish, but I think I'm going to read Hunger Games next, because I'm pretty sure I own all of those on my Kindle. I'll have to double check, but I think that's what I'm going to read next. I like to read something before I go to bed, but I also have a hard time retaining information or understanding or trying to remember what I read because I'm getting sleepy and I can't remember. So I figured I should probably read books that I've already read before I go to sleep. So I won't miss anything because I know what happens. And I am listening to Kingdom of Ash. That is book number 7 in the game. Nope. In the Throne of Glass series. I was gonna say Game of Thrones series. Oh my. So that's it for reading. Watching. My husband and I finished The Boys season 2. And we're watching Good Omens season 1. And those are both on the Amazon Video. Oh, I forgot to write down, I'm pretty sure it's in my show notes. If not, oops. The Rings of Power. I have 2 episodes left. I was gonna finish yesterday, but the kids didn't have school yesterday. They had an ice day. I would say a snow day, but there was not a lot of snow. We had some freezing rain and sleet and rain and snow. We had everything. And the roads were kind of icy, so they did not have school yesterday, so I could not watch my shows. Oh, it's okay. Probably won't get to watch them today because it's podcast day and it's laundry day, and by the time I get all this done, everything put away, it's like 10:30, 10:45, and those episodes are pretty long, so Monday I will finish it. And we did not watch a movie, Friday night movie last week, because Chloe had a friend over. But we watched Voyager season 2. We're still watching that. I think we watched a couple episodes over the weekend. Probably on Sunday. Yeah, so that's it for watching. Yeah, I don't think life stuff, I don't think I have anything. What happened this week? The kids had a snow day. Natalie had an orthodontist appointment, so I had to take her to that. And I just crocheted slippers all week. That's pretty much all I did. I think I started those Friday. I did not work on them Saturday because we were at my parents'. And I finished them on Thursday. So how many days is that? Is that 5 days? Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 6 days. 6 days, and I finished 7 pairs of slippers. That's pretty good. So I think I have, my dad's Christmas present, check. My mom's Christmas present, I have 2 pairs for her right now. I usually like to knit her 4, but we'll see how the year goes. I don't think I'm gonna, I have my next one out there on the shelf over there to cast on, but I feel like I'm gonna wait a bit before I cast her on another pair of socks. Because now I want to knit the Felici. So now I have to like rotate through the people. It's like, okay, I did mine. Or I did Natalie's socks. I'm doing mine. So the next one has to be for Amie. And then I could do Natalie. And then my mom. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to rotate through the people so I can get all of their stuff done. But for my kiddo socks, I'm not going to save them for Christmas. I'm just going to give them to them when they're done. Or at the end of the month after my stash tails. We'll see. I really like seeing the nice stack of socks. And I'm afraid if I give them to her, I'm not going to see them again. Or I'm like, where did you put them? And I don't want to dig through her stuff to find them. It would take forever. So, yeah. So the next week, it's going to be socks and blankets. I'm getting my Cozy Comfort throwback out. I'm going to do 7 squares in my blanket. I think last week I did 3 on Friday and 4 on Sunday, and that was pretty good. I like that. So we'll see if I can get 3 squares done today. a loud vehicle. But I might want to really work on my socks and my gnome today, so we'll see. All right, that's enough rambling. 35 minutes. I think that's what it was about last week, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.